Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome award-winning, multi-platinum country music icon and star of the upcoming Fox series Monarch, Trace Adkins.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
It is feature time in Tulsa. Let's go green.
He's got the run, but is it enough? It's a drag race to the finish. Culver goes from third to first in the last quarter.
Experience the world's most legendary racing events with iRacing. iRacing special events allow any member to compete in full-length multiplayer races based on some of the biggest events in motorsports all year round. Compete in virtual endurance races such as the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, and the Nürburgring 24 Hours. Take on some of the toughest races on the NASCAR calendar, such as the Daytona 500 and the Coke 600. We have races from disciplines across the racing world, from the Indy 500 to the Chili Bowl, from the Bathurst 1000 to the Crandon Championship. Our endurance special events utilize iRacing's team feature, where members can sign up and race together on their own team, swapping drivers throughout the race. Other events use iRacing Super Sessions, where you're not only racing against those on track, but against everyone taking part. As every race progresses, watch and feel the track change, with progressive time of day, dynamic weather and rain, and dynamic track debris and surface changes. Take on your favorite discipline, or try a brand new racing challenge with our biggest races of the year, the iRacing Special Events. Learn more at iracing.com/special-events.
Welcome to another All-Star 15 TV production. Brought to you by W Energy.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to All-Star 15 TV on the broadcast tonight. Race number 11 of the ACAR Xfinity series, brought to you by the Wrestling with Nerds podcast. New episodes every Monday, 6 p.m. It's a big one this evening. I am looking at the entry list, the qualifying list, and holy cow, are we in for a huge field this evening? While qualifying is just a couple minutes away from concluding, let's bring in my broadcast partner, returning after a week-long sabbatical, doing some studying for school. It's Mike Campiggio.
AJ, how we doing? Everybody at home, how are y'all doing? Yes, AJ, it's a big one tonight on the channel. Talladega Super Speedway. And hopefully tonight we're going to see Xfinity Series action that was going to be a lot like the real life race and definitely not like the Cup Series race on Sunday.
Yeah, let's not talk about that Cup Series race because it's like nobody wanted to win this race. And if you were the 2-car, your teammate didn't even want you to win this race. But it doesn't matter. He finished last anyway.
Yes, he did.
I know a lot of people are probably happy about that. I know Chipper Jones is very happy about that. But Mike, take us through Talladega and kind of what we might see here tonight with such a huge field.
Well, AJ, we're going to see a lot of 2 and 3 wide action, a lot of bump drafting, a lot of pushing, a lot of aggressive moves, trying to work both sides of the street, as they like to call them, working all 3 lanes available in drafting. But yeah, we're going to see a lot of this field, 3 wide. It's going to punch a big hole in the draft, and yeah, we're going to see about 30, 35 cars in a single pack. Although you may have a few people that want to save their race car for the end of this race and ride out back for the first half of this race and survive the chaos.
Well, the thing is, if you ride out back, you might preserve your equipment. You could also very much lose a draft. And if you lose a draft, if there is no yellow, and we've seen here on the channel before, leagues will get a caution or 2 early and then just go green the rest of the way. If you're trying to play the long game, it still might not work out in your favor, as we're looking at lap times just for qualifying. We're looking at a 54:40, and this is just from first all the way to 29th, all under a half a second separating via lap times. Right now, looking at Daniel Krim out on the racetrack in a brand new number 47 hard AF seltzer on that Chevy Camaro. Ryan, quiet. Brandon did a hell of a job last week.
He did. I watched a little bit of that broadcast last week. And Brandon, thanks for filling in for me last week.
Vidal goes P3. Sorry to cut you off. Krim goes P20. Continue.
But no, I was going to say, but no, you guys, that was a really good race last week at Nashville Super Speedway. And glad that Brandon was able to fill in for me.
Same. Very much same. I love a lot of people that can help me up in the broadcast booth, put on a great show for these wonderful leagues. And you, Brandon, and there's been a couple people on the channel that have really been able to contribute well to the races that we have, as you're still looking at Daniel Krim riding around that double yellow line, hoping for a faster lap time this time by. Coming across the start-finish line. P2 now dropping back to Dalton Fredericks, coming out of turn 4 into the tri-oval. If this is your first time at Talladega, which it does sound like we do have a driver in the field where it was his first time. That start-finish line is a little further past that tri-oval, past pit lane. And it looks like Zach Domer is going to be your pole sitter. Let's bring up that grid so everybody could see at home. It's Zach Domer and Daniel Krim in row 1. Row 2, it's Jessica Childs and Josh Vidal. Row 3, it's Nate Blasdell and Scott Hall, Kyle Petrie and Austin Downey in row 4, and Michael
Menchaca
and Mark McFadden rounding out that top 10. And Mike, take us to 20.
All right, here we go, AJ. In 11th place, we got Daniel Havens. 12th place, Stephen Ross. 13th, Noah Longyear. 14th is Richard Robb. 15th, Joshua Yandel. 16th, Enrique Tamaj. I apologize if I butchered your name.
Yeah, we will do that. We will say our apologies throughout the night because it's going to happen multiple times.
Yeah, 17th, Patrick Purdy. 18th, Vincenzo Camela. Again, apologize for the name on that one. 19th, Todd Ingersoll. And rounding out the top 20 is Jesse Martinez.
All right, Mike, we got 70 laps around Talladega Superspeedway. What would be your game plan? Because I would think you just had a race here last week.
I ran an official race last week here at Talladega. I didn't get to run in league races last week. I haven't run much in leagues over the past couple weeks. Been too busy doing other stuff outside of league racing. But yeah, I ran an Xfinity race actually on Sunday. Yeah, ran the top 5 most all race and got destroyed on the last lap. So
that sounds about right.
It sounds about right for officials anymore. But yeah, I mean, my plan here, if I was racing in the league, having one fast repair especially, which is great about ACAR, I would be really aggressive early and stay up in the lead pack and see what I can do. Because with that extra life you get, you can be a little bit more aggressive.
It looks like we do have 3 drivers starting from pit road. Todd Ingersoll, Aaron Ingersoll, and Todd Mace all starting from pit road. Who knows? That could very much be a blessing in disguise. They're going to be behind the 8 ball, don't get me wrong. But they could miss a very early accident as we are rolling. Chat, thank you for joining us. Looks like we have a couple people rooting for O'Donnell. Another one rooting for P5. I think that was Blasdell, sorry. And then the Interstate Battery Cup Series Racing Network, the spotter for the 41. Trying to check on who the 41 is. Vincenzo Kenma, which is in the 71. Unless there's another 41. All the paint schemes are all over the place. Some of them are actually pretty sick. I gotta give it to Krim. Krim's looks pretty cool. The 8. That 6th place? Yes, that is Scott Hall. That looks cool with the chrome number 8. Oh boy. This I'm hoping is gonna be a lot of fun. But here we go, the iRacing official Ford Mustang pace car. Taking its leave off the racetrack down to pit road. It's time. 70 laps on the board. And green flag in the air, and away we go.
See what the strategy is going to be here early on, AJ. If these guys are going to kind of settle and get used to each other, or if we're going to be high, wide, and aggressive action.
A lot of unfamiliar faces wrapped together with some league veterans. This should make for a very interesting battle throughout the race.
Now it looks like we had a total of 34 people that took the green flag, with obviously the few that started from the pits.
Look at that inside lane, Mike. Already there's a little bottlenecking behind that 42 of Blasdell.
No,
As
we got
Blasdell just blinked out.
Yeah, and that third line's starting to form up there. Well, it was starting to form, but that guy hung out to dry. So we're back to 2 wide again. Oh, now we're going to get it popping out. It's like the 60 in that Winn-Dixie machine is going to get shuffled now. Yeah, looks like nobody's trying to. A couple of people are trying to make that third lane work, but everybody else is pretty content right now to stay in line.
There you see the 21 on your screen. That's Steven Ross trying to utilize that third lane, able to try to make a pass. Is it going to work? They're 4 wide.
Is that Twisted in the middle of that?
No, that's not the 8 of Twisted. Twisted's got another 8, and he's back in 31st. And they're still going.
Yeah, they're still banging doors almost here.
That's the first thing I thought of. I saw the 8, and I was like, that's not Twisted. As they seem to have cycled it out back to 2x2 as the 34 with a heck of a push. The 21 knocks the 34 out of the way.
Oh, we got trouble! Oh, he saved it!
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Yep, here we go. Oh! Oh, multiple cars are involved. It looks like Jesse Martinez got involved in it. I want to say, is that netcode or is that?
That's Mark McFadden in the 5.
Oh, I think he saw a hole there. Yeah, I think he saw a hole.
Yeah, he tried to come down onto the 64.
Yep. And Martinez gets collected, turned around, and...
There's the 5.
Oh, man. Somebody was flying in there with Arca brakes. How Dalt Fredericks making the move right there through that. No damage.
Little damage on the A4. But there was one heck of a hit. Let's see if we can go back and take a look at it. I think it's the... Nope. Well, let's just do it this way. Let's jump on TJ because we know TJ's going to scoot right by it.
TJ's going to get front row seat for this.
The 60 Winn-Dixie. Who is that?
I don't know. I can tell one. I was gonna say while you're doing that, I got people complaining under yellow, man. Whew.
Anything good?
I guess they had a little bit of an incident in 3 and 4 under yellow for somebody slamming on their brakes and getting run into.
Oof. Sorry, everybody. We're trying to find a car here. It's like we're trying to find the mystery bullet. And we'll jump back to live as we see a lot of people on pit road.
Noah Longyear, I believe. Richard Robb, there it is. Sorry, I found it. It's Richard Robb, and that he's 34, but he is 60 on the paint scheme.
Mike, I love you. Let's take a look at it from him because he gets into it a little late, and he has one hell of a hit. Just gotta back it up. Let's go back a little further.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit. There you go. Just go a little bit further. There we go.
We'll jump on board with him.
Sees the wreck happening. On the gas. Oh! And there goes the hood, and he got turned too.
That's by the 40. Doug Pachter. There is significant damage on Richard Rob's Win Dixie. They do all get a fast repair like you mentioned earlier, and one thing I will say, he drove it back to pit road, saving himself a very long tow here at Talladega. And thank you, everybody. I very much appreciate all the support. Just tonight alone, I think we're up 5 or 6 subscribers on YouTube, 2 or 3 on Facebook, and I know 2 for Twitch. Appreciate all of you. If you got friends that like racing, they don't want to race, they can come watch. But if they want to race every Tuesday and Wednesday right here on the channel, Tuesday night it's the All-Star 15 TV Super Trofeo Series, Lamborghinis running a muck on the channel. Great race every single week. And then Wednesdays, it's the ACAR Xfinity Series brought to you by the Wrestling with Nerds podcast. Obviously, tonight we're at Talladega. Next week, I think, is Old Texas.
It is.
We are very much in the midst of the season. But hey, if you want to come race, come have fun. Same time every single week. Tuesday nights it's 7:30, and Wednesday nights it's 8:30. But Mike, I feel like I owe you a little bit. You asked about over under if we get a caution on the first lap. How about we made it 4?
Yeah, you would have gotten that one right, AJ. You would have gotten that one right.
No, I would have gotten it wrong. I said they would have wrecked coming out of 4. But dude, I know last week you weren't here. We had a very long green flag run after a couple yellows to start the race. I never realized how fun Nashville Superspeedway looks to race. It looked like those guys are really having a ball out there. But now tonight, completely different racetrack.
Very, very different.
Wow. We are at 596 subscribers. We're just 4 away from 600, making our way all the way to 1,000 and beyond. Pace car about to duck off pit road again. Zach Domer in the 14 on the inside lane. And you have Jessica Childs in the 23 Columbia Toyota Supra to Zach's outside. Here we go into the Geico restart zone. They go, and green flag back out in the air. What's going on, Percy? Through the gears they go. Inside lane, making moves towards the front. There goes the 21 again. Stephen Ross already looking for that outside. Almost spins the 42.
That 42 has a little bit of right rear damage, too, on the corner panel.
Downey with a nice Budweiser scheme. The 34 in the middle. Childs trying to block both the outside and middle lanes. Almost gets foxholed. Has to stick with that middle lane. They are really squirrely through the middle.
Yes, they are. It is a danger spot right now. I do not want to be in the middle right of this right now.
I'm happy I'm in the broadcast booth. What are you kidding?
Yeah.
I also don't have to pay for it.
Oh, here we go. Oh, this is going to be... Oh!
There's more.
It's Vincenzo Kema that was hard in the inside wall. About the same angle Connor Zilic hit on Saturday.
I'll back that up real fast.
We've kept it green. Yeah, this is about the same angle as Connor Zilic on Saturday.
Yeah, he gets loose.
Oh, we're wrecking again on the front straightaway while you're watching that. Jessica Childs is around.
And I think the yellow came out on this one.
Yes, it did.
See the 23 Columbia.
Oh.
Another issue with the 21. That's going to collect the 35 as well.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
Made me jump on that one.
Sorry.
You're good. But I am really curious to see what happened with Vincenzo Kenma here.
Let's go on board here.
Well, I want to take a look at what happened. Because watch the 34 of Downey. It's like he doesn't know.
Oh no, I think he bumper hooked the Jessica Childs there, and then he got shot to the left because he tried to give the 23 a shot, and he shot to the left. I think. Let's watch this again. See, there's the bump, and then yeah.
Ooh.
Oh.
And absolutely nothing for the 71 to do. The engine expires. Another person that went for a heck of a ride with a lot of damage on the rear end. And what do you know? Two teammates, the 71 of TJ Barnier, and here it is. There's the 21 of Josh Giandout not checking up and puts a heck of a dent in the back.
Nice save. Nice save by TJ.
71. And he clips the 21. That's a lot of damage on the rear end of that 71. As you see, Jessica Childs on a pit road. Clears some of that damage. But Mike, 10 laps in, 2 cautions, and it has been wild so far. Not as much give and take as I was kind of hoping for. Looked like everybody wanted to make that third lane work ASAP.
It's just, you know, these cars are very unstable, it looks like, in the draft so far tonight, and everybody's got to be up on the wheel.
Absolutely, and that's kind of what you're having to see. And right now, you want to be one of those front cars. Domer, Krim, Vidal, Talmadge, and even Blair, your top 5. You want to be up here because the Hornet's Nest is exactly what it is, a Hornet's Nest. But we are under our second caution of the evening. We're going to step away, say hello to a couple of our sponsors. We will be right back.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
We are back, and after that, holy cow, I have no clue what the heck just happened.
What in the heck was that?
Abby O'Donnell. I have no clue what the heck is going on here.
Is that Krim?
That was Krim.
What happened there?
They were never around each other. Are you absolutely kidding me?
What? I don't get
here.
I don't get what in the heck was that? I don't get that. That's the second time in 2 weeks Daniel Krim's been taken out.
Yeah.
I'm very curious because I'm going back on my end just to see what happened because I just don't get that.
O'Donnell was on the lead lap.
That is absolutely uncalled for. That's unbelievable.
Holy cow.
Unbelievable, folks.
And the sad part is this person's probably laughing.
I'm trying to go back a few laps and they're not even by each other.
They're not even near each other.
That's just unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I really hope they were yeeted almost immediately.
Oh, they were. That's just unbelievable. Daniel Krim, the points leader, second time in 3 weeks, gets taken out. Once on pit road at Auto Club and then under caution for absolutely no reason tonight. I mean, both times, absolutely no reason.
And I agree with the chat. That should 100% be a ban. Absolutely.
I just don't get it because they were never around each other or anything like that. That makes entirely no sense. And I mean, that's just. Oh, we got more caution under yellow. We got more people wrecking. Oh my goodness. We're wrecking again. What in the heck are we doing here? It's Stephen Ross. Stephen Ross pulls up to the outside and just turned left? I don't get what's going on here, AJ. This is unbelievable.
I know our race control will have it covered, but
this is unbelievable.
Absolutely right now. It kind of looks like
I mean, he goes up there, he hits the wall, and then he
just lets it come all the way off.
Uh-huh.
I have no clue what some of these drivers are thinking.
Somebody must be driving. This is just wild. It is unbelievable. I have no words. Just no words.
Percy in the chat is, I'm guessing, who we were talking about in the 21, that he wasn't paying attention is what happened. I don't know if that's actually him. I'm just going by with what is said in the chat. But absolutely, with that, at least with that Abby O'Donnell, that needs to be flipped for people. And I'm not saying I'm doing it. I'm hoping somebody does, because that 100% uncalled for.
And I was gonna say too, you're gonna be shown on YouTube, you're gonna be shown on Facebook, you're gonna be shown on Twitch and TikTok, and it's just you're gonna be, your video evidence is gonna be out there for the world to see.
I mean, I already have it timestamped, at least on my phone, so I can clip it that way. I wonder if there's any talk about possibly giving Krim or Domer. I guess you really can't.
You can't really, no, because it screw everybody else up. I mean, you're thinking about it too. If you think about it too, Daniel Krim's the champion. He's a championship leader still, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, and he's gotten taken out in the last 3 races per se, the last 3 weeks.
2 out of 3 races.
Yeah, this could easily cost him a championship. Just saying. Easily could cost him a championship.
Wow.
And we're still under caution, folks. We have no idea when this is going to go back green currently.
Yeah, interstate batteries. I'm assuming that that the yellows are being extended to make sure people are in the right positions before we go back green.
No words, AJ. I have no words until we go back to green.
And I understand the frustration out there, not just for some of the drivers, some of our viewers. I'm getting messages on the side as well. Just let's just hope that the next 55 laps are fun. Let there be a couple cautions. And there it is. The lights are off on the iRacing official Ford Mustang pace car. We're double filing it back up. Oh, just look at the 8 right there. Trying to see that. That should be Patrick Purdy. You got the 8 in front and the AC Delco 8. Where's Twisted?
Twisted's here toward the back. I see him on the outside line.
I see him, the blue and orange on the outside. Was just up in that third lane. And the thing is, it's not like you can go to Crim, and I'm sorry to bring it back. You can't be like, hey, that was absolute BS. Here's a free fast repair. You can't do that. He just had to use his one fast repair because somebody was a jackwagon on stream.
Yep, and if he gets caught in a big wreck, I mean, depending on how much of the damage is going to be, his night might be over.
Going back a little further, I think somebody...
iRacing League Live, you see that?
Yeah. Right there.
They're the GOAT, all right? They're the GOAT of being a you-know-what.
Okay. I was about to hit the bleep button because I didn't know how far that was going to go.
No, I know. I wasn't going to do that here.
No, you're not me who accidentally slips it out at Bristol. Good times. Good times. Good times.
I was on a whole other iRacing rant at the time. That was
neckhood. That was really bad.
But AJ, let's focus forward here. We're gonna get this green flag back in the air.
Let's go. Getting the green on lap 16. Let's have some fun. We've had a very nice, rowdy, fun chat. Let's keep it going through the restart zone, and away we go again. Josh Vidal with an excellent launch on that inside lane. We might have a penalty coming at 42, possibly changing lanes before the start-finish line.
Yep, they went right through the middle right there. That might be a penalty coming.
Coming off of turn 2. That 42 is also blinking really, really bad right now.
Yeah, another one in toward the back. I think it's Johnny James or something like that. He went 3 wide middle. Oh, here we go, AJ. We are wrecking again. Oh.
I immediately clicked on Crim's car. I'm sorry. And then you mentioned Johnny James. Happens.
Yeah.
Right next to him, basically.
The
5 of McFadden. That's not McFadden.
That's a second. That's the second time
Oh,
that
that was
five.
McFadden.
Yeah, it's the second time McFadden's been around tonight.
Oh, it's a checkup, and Krim gets into the back of the 5.
Me, nice save. Don't get me wrong.
He made a nice save. I think somebody ate the outside wall.
I think it was the 30 Orange 39 machine or the 10 Kyle Larson machine paint scheme.
James, you were right. It was Johnny James.
Yeah. 10 comes up, clips him in the wall. Now watch this.
Oh!
Right in the door.
I think that was Brad Ream.
It was Brad Ream. Let's take an onboard look at that.
Yeah, you were thinking the exact same thing I was. And I think Brad is the last car in line here. Does he get any warning? Oh yeah, he sees something happening. Oh. And there goes the motor.
Looks like Krim got the ELO penalty for that.
Honestly, like you mentioned before, might not be a bad idea to be back there.
Absolute chaos. This first 18 laps. Chaos everywhere.
And speaking of chaos, he's in the field tonight. I'm looking for him. He's on pit road. That's 71 at TJ Barnier.
Ooh, he must have got caught up in that last incident.
Yeah, he's got some heavy damage on that right front.
Is that supposed to be Yellowstone on his machine?
It says
That
Yellowstone. Is it the show?
I don't know if it's a show or not.
I've never seen an episode of it, and before people start making fun of me for not watching an episode, there's plenty of stuff I'm watching. There's plenty of stuff I need to keep track of.
Speaking of watching, a favorite movie of one of ours did like $900 million this weekend.
It did that much?
Uh-huh.
Damn.
Uh-huh. I saw that yesterday. That came through on my feed.
I mean, Star Wars nerds are nuts.
They're passionate. You give them good content and a good movie or a good show. I mean, you know, it'd be worth your while to make good stuff, good content. Disney. I'm just saying.
You know, since we're under a caution, you remember when you're probably too young. Remember when these movies first came out and everybody hated them?
Yeah. Yep.
And now everybody's like, I like them. They're fun.
Well, I think a little bit has to do with the Clone Wars helping flush out the first 3. But yes.
I wonder if in 20 years the Disney sequels will be liked.
Oh, I don't know. But I mean, you made a good point the other night when we were talking about it. It's like the Disney sequels is these kids' generations of their Star Wars, when ours would have been the 2000s and the 90s. You know what I mean?
And that's all I was trying to say. And I also said it on a podcast recently, and I got attacked and attacked hard.
But I mean, I get your point. Yes, I mean, in 20 years it could be very possible, but I mean, not even 10 years later, everybody looks back at it like, ew, you know what I mean?
Hey, Rogue One is still my second favorite.
That is probably the best thing Disney has done. Honestly, not gonna lie.
Finishing the Clone Wars is, I think, the best thing Disney has done.
That's the second. Yep, that's a good point too.
And did they throw a "we are going single file" from now on?
Yes, they did.
Interesting. We're going old school at Talladega tonight. I kind of like that.
We're going, old school on the bottom. Where I was gonna say we should be doing this up on toward the wall. That's would really be old school. But I like it. Might spread out a few packs here too. If you don't get going on the restart and check up, and you might lose the lead pack. So you gotta stay on your toes here.
Yeah, you really gotta be careful on how you accelerate through those gears. I'm really gonna be interested if we see some drivers make lane changes. I would assume race control mentioned as a warning, do not change lanes until you cross the start finish line. But it's going to be a wait-and-see process as the 42 continues, as the 71 is well out of line.
I don't know what TJ's doing back there. Looks like he's dropping in line now.
Right, here we go. Green flag in the air. And let's see what we got. Putting lap 20 on the board, 50 to go.
My Josh Vidal's going to try to take this Dale Jr. style, going all the way up to the wall.
See if he's going to pull anybody up there. Blair is
And
going
he's
to jump
pulling
up there.
Hey, he's pulling a few people. 3 wide. Oh, it's getting a little close to that 42 in the middle.
Uh-oh.
Oh, the 42 blinked.
I'm surprised he hasn't been asked to go to the back yet.
Either that or removed. Oh my goodness! And here we go. Oh my goodness! Somebody's up on top of somebody. Oh my goodness, AJ! Wow, what? Holy cow!
That's going to be a blimp view, because that might just be everybody but the top 4.
Holy cow! Somebody was on top of somebody flipping toward the catch fence. I think Crim's in it. I can't tell for sure, but oh my goodness. Look at that. Oh my goodness. I don't know who that was.
Honestly, it's unfortunate. People just can't be patient and log laps. And now you have cars that were very much in a points battle.
Yeah, let's zoom in a little bit on this too.
This is from Dalton Fredericks.
I want to know who that was.
In front of him.
Yeah, I want to know who was on top of somebody and then just got absolutely launched. Right?
That's Zach Domer.
There. Oh my goodness. That is probably the most wildest wreck I have seen in Talladega and iRacing in a long time.
I don't know if Krim was in it.
Oh, it looks like he wasn't. That's good. I think he played it smart to say, you know what, I ain't gonna even try to get in the middle of this right now.
I was gonna say, I don't think Krim was in it.
I don't even think TJ was in it either. I mean, that is just... Good for Krim. I mean, that's a smart play right there.
Oh, he has to be. He 100% has to be. And
I was thinking, I was gonna say, can we go on board of Zach Domer and watch that ride? Because, oh my goodness.
once again, reading my mind.
Oh. Wow. Is that Todd Ingersoll on the 3 that was flipping right there?
Yep.
Oh
That's
my
Aaron.
goodness.
That's Aaron.
Aaron. That is Aaron. Okay. I mean, Aaron went for a ride too. My goodness. I don't think we're going to have anybody left for the rest of this race. Holy cow.
Right now, maybe 15 cars.
And we started with 34. So that's...
Yep, 34.
It's about half the field almost. Wow. Just wow.
And I'm not trying to be the Debbie Downer. People aren't just... It's a long race. Patience, and patience. And people are just, let me be the fastest one to the wreck.
Yeah, there's been some ARCA breaks That is for dang sure. There's been some marker breaks in this wreck. These wrecks tonight.
On board with Doug Pachter. He's the 40. I don't even think he slows down.
Yeah, let's listen here. That's a no. I didn't see that tachometer go down at all. Did not see that tack move a single bit.
Did something just fly into the infield? Hold on. Look, top left of the windshield. Just
Okay.
top left of the windshield.
Yeah, that's a hood. That's somebody's hood right there. Look at that.
That's Zach Domer's hood.
Somebody's gonna get a souvenir in the crowd back there.
Hopefully it didn't decapitate anybody.
Okay, this is not Final Destination, folks.
You're the one that mentioned Final Destination, not me. And I don't see a log truck.
If anything was gonna be Final Destination, it would have been Austin Dillon that one year.
Jesus. And
So,
which Final Destination was it when they were at a NASCAR race?
is it 3 or 4? God, Aaron Ingersoll went for a ride and a half. My goodness.
Huge wreck. It looks like we only have the top 15 now on the lead lap. Well, if you're still with us, thank you very much. Hit that like button, subscribe, follow. It's been a very, very eventful first 23 laps. This race has been live for just about 40 minutes, and we've only gone 23 laps.
I think we've had a total of probably 10, not even 10 laps of green, maybe 7, 8.
Yeah, somewhere about that. Remember, they had to try to fix
Yes.
the running order after a JA decided to come out of nowhere and just shove their car up Crim's back bumper for absolutely no reason under caution. But
They
Mike,
must
here
have
we
been
go.
trying. Yeah, they must have been trying to do their Randy Orton impression. Sorry, too soon.
yeah. But Mike, I will let you take this restart. I gotta go check on something real fast.
All right, AJ, green flag back in the air, and we're back underway on lap number 24. Josh Vidal is going to quickly move to the outside and make a move around Wyatt Blair. See if anybody can go with that 26. Looks like the 95 is going to stick with the bottom. Josh Vidal's going to get hung out here. Nobody's going to jump up with him. Oh, now he's going to get somebody to go up there with him. Looks like Todd Ingersoll is going to hop up there. And we're going to be side by side for the lead going into 3. I'm at 18 Interstate Batteries machine going to hop up there as well. Ingersoll trying to push Vidal, but it looks like Blair is going to get a big push to get out front. And we are double wide again. Doesn't take long here.
Let's keep it double wide. Let's log some laps. Let's have some fun. Looks like we already have some cars that have lost the draft completely. The 71 of TJ Barnier, Daniel Havens in the 64 and the 8 of Twisted. But up
Hey,
front,
maybe
we are
that's-
double file.
I was going to say, maybe that's by design. They're like, yeah, we've seen how crazy it's been. We're not going to go up there right now.
I don't blame you.
It just seems like Todd Ingersoll cannot push Vidal because he keeps flashing out.
I don't know if he's really wanting to right now. I think I really think the drivers, as they did get a warning from race control to calm it down or there will be consequences, I think we're just at the point where we're going to see...
Sorry.
Never mind. That just got me nervous.
Yeah, that 24 is moving. I got somebody coming over the radio that said, do not push the pusher, so...
Yeah, I've heard that plenty of times. And just watch that stack up. Is the 18... It's Charles Robertson. He's just tapping the brake every time Todd Ingersoll just gets out of line, and it just stacks up that whole front row.
I'm surprised he hasn't said anything to the people behind him. Said, all right, let's try to go to the outside and make it 3 wide to shuffle that 24. Because that 24 right now, to me, is having trouble staying in line.
Yeah, But back a little further, we talked about those 3 drivers 7 seconds back now. Two by two, all the way to about 12th place.
And I hate to say this, but this is looking like the cup race right now.
Well, that's okay. That's okay. Right now, I will take that. Absolutely, right now, I will take that.
Seems like Aaron Ingersoll is starting to lose the draft too in that 3 machine.
Yeah, that very much could be a problem. As I think Aaron Ingersoll's not even on the lead lap. He's a lap down.
Oh, we got somebody got kicked up high behind Dalton Fredericks. It's like
the 94
yeah.
of Stephen Bowling.
Well, that's going to help Aaron Ingersoll draft right back up to these guys. So Aaron's probably like, thank you very much for stepping out of line.
But up front, Blair leading that inside line. Vidal leading the outside line. 2 by 2. Your top 3, though, have yet to pit during tonight's race.
Now, what's the fuel window we looking like there tonight, AJ? About 35, 40 laps?
Something around there, but we've had a lot of caution laps.
I was going to say, these guys could probably go about 40 laps on a tank of gas because of the amount of yellows that we had, but yeah, we're going to see some green flag pit stops, I believe, here, if we stay green.
At least for Vidal, Blair, and Talmadge. As here we go. Now you have Todd Ingersoll leading that outside lane as Vidal comes down right in front of Wyatt Blair.
If you're going to pit under green, you got to make sure to get down to pit road speed because it's very easily to spin out coming to pit road. Make sure you can't speed either, and make sure you're going to wave and tell people that you're pitting too because it's easy to get run over.
You're also going to want to pit with people. You do not want to pit by yourself.
Prime example of that happened on Sunday was when Kyle Busch ran into the back of Brad Keselowski.
Yep. And I think Ryan Blaney got involved into that as well.
Yes, he did. Whew, Charles Robinson did a bottom right there. My goodness.
A little bit of an elevator move. Able to come up and block the runoff of Daniel Crimmin, the 47.
We got somebody coming to pit road.
You got a taker. Talmadge.
He's gonna be pitting by himself too. That's gonna hurt him.
When will we see Vidal and Blair both on the inside lane now? Uh-oh, 95 is squirrely out of 2. Just past lap 30 on 32. You're watching All-Star 15 TV's broadcast of the ACAR Xfinity Series, brought to you by the Wrestling with Nerds podcast. New episodes 6 o'clock every Monday.
Well, Wyatt Blair is coming to pit road this time, so he'll be digging out.
Yeah, that's the 5 Valvoline Chevy Camaro on the lower inside lane. Wonder if that's also going to bring Vidal. It is not.
Oh, it is. He's going to try to force it in there. Oh, he's going to miss it. Yep, he missed it.
That is not the first time we've seen Vidal make that mistake on pit entry. And that is going to hurt him huge, as we have a 3-wide battle back here. You see the 84 of Len McNeese on that outside.
And we're closing up on Tellage, who just pitted a couple laps ago.
Wyatt Blair did get on pit road nice and smooth, but he did end up pitting by himself. Vidal right around that twisted, and Havens mark. Here comes Vidal again. As TJ, there is something wrong with that 71. Unless he is trying to save to make it all the way to the finish.
Does he have damage? Does he still have damage on the front end of that machine?
I think so.
Yeah, he probably didn't take that fast repair. Yep, that's why he's got damage. And his steering's bent too. You see that?
Yep. He is in trouble. But Daniel Krim outside, leader to the inside, the 18 of Charles Robertson. Lap 35 of 70. Hope some of the...
Crank it up.
Oh, I was just thinking that. But I was going to plug the Discord real fast. The link to the Discord is in the chat, the YouTube chat. If you'd like to join and become a series regular and receive points, come join. Get those contingencies on. But Mike, you read my mind again. You're starting to scare me. We're going to crank it up. We are back. Mike, what happened as I'm going to go back and try to look for it?
Todd Ingersoll got turned around by it looks like the 95 in sim, but yeah, multiple cars involved in this one as well.
That's Talmadge.
It is Talmadge.
And the issue is, with him being the wreck, he shouldn't get his lap back.
No, he should not. But, I mean, that's going to help TJ and the guys that lost the draft to catch back up.
Absolutely. That was a nice green flag run. Everybody's going to come down pit road, grab some service. But, Mike, it looks like those drivers that just went down pit road, this isn't going to hurt them as bad as we were expecting.
No, because if everybody else comes down pit road, they can stay out and take the wave around. Or, yeah, not the wave around, but
they'll resume as the lead.
Well, Vidal's a lap down.
Oh, yeah, and Talmadge would have been the lucky dog. Blair wasn't too far behind. But there is your race leader, the 18 of Charles Robertson. And you mentioned points, Mike. I'm pulling it up here. Coming into tonight's race, Daniel Krim at 114, Vidal at 108, Charles Robertson at 107. Then you have Dalton Fredericks, 73, and rounding out the top 5 is Todd Ingersoll at 69 points. Nice. But here comes the field down pit road. See if we get the 24. We will. And the 71 at TJ Barnier. Mike, it sounded like I broke you there for a second. You all right?
You did, because I was not expecting you to say that, and then it took me a second, and I was like, oh yeah, I get it now. Good old South Park reference.
Yep. Well, we tried it before. A caution happened in the middle of it. Let's try it again. Let's hit our beautiful sponsors. Please go check them out in the description. If you're on YouTube, it's below the video. If you're on Facebook, it's above the video. Go check them out. We'll be right back.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
It is feature time in Tulsa. Let's go green.
He's got the run, but isn't enough. It's a drag race to the finish. Culver goes from third to first in the last quarter.
Experience the world's most legendary racing events with iRacing. iRacing special events allow any member to compete in full-length multiplayer races based on some of the biggest events in motorsports all year round. Compete in virtual endurance races such as the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, and the Nürburgring 24 Hours. Take on some of the toughest races on the NASCAR calendar, such as the Daytona 500 and the Coke 600. We have races from disciplines across the racing world, from the Indy 500 to the Chili Bowl, from the Bathurst 1000 to the Crandon Championship. Our endurance special events utilize iRacing's team feature, where members can sign up and race together on their own team, swapping drivers throughout the race. Other events use iRacing Super Sessions, where you're not only racing against those on track, but against everyone taking part. As every race progresses, watch and feel the track change with progressive time of day, dynamic weather and rain, and dynamic track debris and surface changes. Take on your favorite discipline or try a brand new racing challenge with our biggest races of the year, the iRacing Special Events. Learn more at iracing.com/special-events.
Welcome to another All-Star 15 TV production. Brought to you by W Energy.
We are under 30 laps to go. Mike, that was actually a really fun run. We had right around, what'd you say, 20 laps?
Yeah, it was. Hopefully we're setting ourselves up for a wild one to the finish here. And who can make it on fuel and who cannot? That's another question.
That's a very good question. One that I can't answer because fuel saving isn't my forte whatsoever. It never was. Gotta give credit to TJ whenever we were playing on the console versions. First thing he would do is start saving fuel as we are green once again. Dowdy on the point. Fredericks right behind him. Krim, Robertson, and McFadden, your top five. Viandow, Ingersoll, Havens, Bowling, and Barnier, your top 10, as and they Dowdy's gonna are leaving the 34.
They left him and said, goodbye, son. Well, Dowdy was the one that was in pre-race, I believe, that said this is his first time.
Well, that's stuff you just don't say.
Yup, that's what I was going to say.
So, Mike, just 3 minutes left, and it looks like the Florida Panthers are going to move on in the NHL playoffs.
I think they're gonna be the first team in the next round, to be honest.
Nope. Washington
won tonight, too?
Washington won 4-1.
Okay, so we got two teams out of the East moving on. Everything in the West is a crapshoot at this point.
I mean, it's been a lot of fun watching and not having to worry about your favorite team.
Yeah, I've had that luxury for 10 years now, so...
That's not where I was going with that. Thanks, Mike. But Dowdy is putting a hell of a charge on that outside lane. He's even with third place Robertson. See the 5 of McFadden as well.
Looks like TJ got his fast repair because he's up in the pack now.
Nope. No, he didn't.
Oh, he didn't? He still got damage. Well, he's staying with the pack this time.
I think it's all drafting right now.
What's Vidal going to do here? I didn't know if Vidal was going to try to split the middle and go 3 wide. He's thinking about it. He's still thinking about it.
I don't think he wants to be around Twisted. That's what I'm starting to get. And there he goes. Right with Talmadge right behind him. Last time by, Twisted with a 50.6 fastest lap of the race.
Oh, 3 wide here, AJ. 3 wide for the lead.
That's not going to end well.
No, and Daniel Krim and Dalton Fraser are right in the middle of it. Now they're not. Now Charles Robinson's right in the middle of it.
Now he's not.
Nope, but Josh Vidal's in the middle of it. Oh, we got one in the wall. They kept it straight. TJ about wrecked it, but he saved it.
Was TJ the one on the wall, or was the 84?
No, it was the black one up there, the 94, I believe. That was the one that smacked the wall.
I don't see any damage on it, but holy cow, do we have something brewing up front here. Dowdy back to the point, being shoved by Josh Vidal. Trying the side draft off of Dalton Fredericks through the tri-oval.
3 wide at 64, shifted somebody up toward the top.
Havens in the middle has the 8 of... I don't actually know which one that is.
That's what happens when we have too many 8 cars in this race.
Hall.
Oh!
Not Hull. Talmadge on the extreme outside.
He about got wrecked, too, that last lap. 3 and 4.
He's going to sink to the back unless he could find a spot. Looked like there was one there for him, and he just didn't take it.
I don't think he wanted to force it. That's what I think. The outside line is very disorganized. It's like they don't know what they want to do. They don't know if they want to push or they want to kick out 3 wide.
As long as they don't kick out at 2 like John Cena.
Because his name is...
Oh, no. I'm so happy I have soundboards muted. I'm not tempted.
Yeah. No, I was thinking about that old prank call video back in the day that made the rounds on the radio. You know the one I'm talking about?
Yep. Just to do.
That... Yep. Sunday.
You know, Mike, you mentioned about that outside lane not being very put together. That inside lane doesn't really look very put together either. When they're not in a turn, they are all sorts of messed up.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's just like both lines are so disorganized right now. I mean, granted, we got 23 laps to go, but I mean, you get inside 10 to go, your line needs to get organized and get ready to push.
Well, you can do 6 laps in 5 minutes, so you do the math. How much time we got left?
Probably about 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, somewhere about that, yeah. Robertson on that outside lane being pushed by the 34 of Downey. Then Dalton Fredericks, Daniel Krim so far, knock on wood, with a bounce back performance after an expletive word person decided to come through the field and just clean his clock out, bouncing back to that second position.
Missing the big one too that we had in 3 and 4. Dalton Fredericks, he bounced back. He was involved in the big one that we had in 3 and 4. But how about Charles Robinson? He's going to lead that lap at the line. We got 21 to go.
Oh, drinking age.
Please drink responsibly.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. Especially since I see a Bud Light car there. Huge shout out, though. I know we're winding down, and I do not envy this person whatsoever. Race control has been absolutely phenomenal all race tonight, with removing issues, making some on-the-fly decisions. I think single file really helped out the racing, as we have gone 3 wide through 3 and 4, as Vidal is on the higher outside lane.
Vidal's like, it's time to go. 20 to go. I'm making my move. I can't wait.
Does Robertson go up there and block?
I don't know, but this is a recipe for wreck.
Yes. For everybody else. Robertson's going to drop down to the inside.
Close. Oh, this is close. Daniel Krim, you are in the danger zone, my friend.
I can hear Kenny Loggins, too. Uh-oh.
Oh, I don't know if you would consider dropping to the yellow line and saying, all right, you guys go ahead and wreck. And
There it goes.
Yep, here we go. Oh, wow. Nice save by everybody right there.
I don't know if I can clench for the next 20 laps. Bless you.
Thank you. Looks like we're going to calm down a little bit here.
If I'm that inside lane, I'm doing everything in my power to push, push, and push. Get out of here. But that middle lane is still doing a really good job, even though they're squirrely.
Well, it's reorganized now because you got Blair that popped up there. And you got Enrique popped up in there too.
That Talmadge in the 95. All in the 8.
Somebody's on the apron going into the corner. It looks like Zach Romer. He's coming back up. He's probably going to lose the draft now.
Uh-oh. Up front, the 34. Squirrely all over the front bumper of the 18.
Hang on to her, Dowley. It's impressive Vidal's making that third lane work with just him and, I believe...
The 64 of Havens.
64, yeah, Havens. Now the 24, Todd Ingersoll is going to join them, so now we got 3 cars up there.
Inside lane is starting to prevail.
Well, they got the most energy right now. Oh, that was almost contact between Blair and Vidal right there in the middle.
It's like I can't look, I can't watch, but I have to. Ooh! Blair all over the place on that inside. On the middle, sorry. Mike, something's gonna happen. I can't tell you what, I can't tell you when, but I feel like we're gonna lose half the field soon.
It's a ticking, tick, 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 as Chris Berman would say on SportsCenter. Tick, 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 tick.
I was more. Oh, there goes Todd Ingersoll.
Oh, wow, that's a caution. Wow. That is a hell of a save. Wow.
He gets spun by the 94 into Yandau. And iRacing called that a caution. Wow. Kind of surprised by that. Bowling just...
Yeah, so was I.
Just clips the 24.
Yeah, that's... I mean, hell of a save by both those guys. Not gonna be wrong there. Hell of a save. But this will put the fuel strategy out of the fuel window, so everybody can come in and get...
Everybody will be able to top off. Whew. You know, I don't have blood pressure issues, but this race is very much,
Oh, TJ. Woo! TJ about wrecked under yellow.
Was he not paying attention?
I don't know. TJ, were you on your phone? Oh, TJ. Oh, TJ. Oh!
Dude!
That might be...
What the heck?
That might be day over for TJ.
I mean, happy he didn't hit anybody, but... I wouldn't be surprised if he was on his phone.
Nah. Ugh. Well, looks like we had one guy stay out. We had Hall stay out in that 8.
He's trying to get a wave around. T, you're You need to be a little bit further away from your pit box.
I think his night is officially done. That thing's killed now.
Watch, that thing is gonna. Yep, brand new race car.
Oh, he saved his fast repair. Yes, he did.
I'm still shocked on what just happened.
Yep. But we get.
I can hear the Windows Vista sound. Dun 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 dun. Right into the wall.
Well, we're gonna get this restart with about 13 laps to go, and yeah. Nice.
What happened? I need to know.
He was like, "Well, I saw us slowing down up there," and it's like I didn't think we were going to slow down that much, so I just decided between cars and the wall was the better option.
But they were slowing up well ahead of him.
I mean, I give him credit for choosing the wall.
Yeah.
You know what, AJ, that brought me back to?
What's that?
Hey, Buzz, we missed the truck.
Oh, God. Oh. So, we have race control in the YouTube chat, kind of feeding us information if we need it. Their manual cautions. Joe happened to think, like kind of what we did, that was going to be a bigger issue than it really was.
Which is fair, because you see somebody get turned like that, it's going to be a big wreck.
Absolutely. I don't blame him. I understand it. Still, great save by Todd Ingersoll, though. As you're right, AJ, 13 to go. We are going to get the green.
We're at the one mark that you and I talked about pre-race for yellows.
Yeah, you never told me you were over or under.
You know, I was gonna say under at the time. Is what I was gonna say.
I think we got at least 2 more in us. Jesus, Joe.
Hit me one more time.
Look at the YouTube chat.
I see that. I was gonna make a similar type of joke, but
they got a pill for that.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna. It's been a rough week for him personally, so I was gonna.
Yeah, but I feel like he needs the fun to kind of escape from it.
That is true.
But then again, I broadcast to escape and have fun. And Tuesday nights, it's usually him. Unfortunately, last night it wasn't. And Wednesday nights, I get you up here. Freaking set. Freaking mint.
Okay, Peyton Sweet.
Oh yeah, he does say that, huh?
Shout out to Peyton Sweet. I'll be seeing him in about a month from now in Indianapolis.
All right, pace car is off. Here we go once again. Robertson, Krim, Frederick, McNeese, Dowdy, your top 5. Into the Geico restart zone, and green flag is back out.
Oh, we got a checkup. Hey, we had a little bit of a checkup there on the restart. Good heads-up driving right there up front. But here we go. They're going to fan out now.
Oh, Dalton's going to have a really nice run.
Yep, there goes Krim. Going to go with them.
2 teammates. Outside lane put together nicely. Here comes that inside lane. Here
Look
comes
at
the middle
Vidal.
lane.
Oh, Vidal's just gonna... Yeah, he forced that one in there. Oh, he's gonna get some help there. Oh, this is gonna be tight right here. That 26 is in the sucker hole.
Bite my nails to the point where I don't have any nails left. Yikes! As Vidal has made himself all the way up to that 4th position, about to grab 3rd.
He might go all the way to the lead at this rate. What a move. I didn't think that was going to work.
No, I don't think anybody at home thought it was going to work, along with us up in the booth. JVM graphics up on the hood of that Toyota Supra, Josh Vidal. But there's your race leader, the 18 of Charles Robertson.
It is go time now. 11 laps to go. This time at the line, it's go time.
That outside lane is completely fizzled out. The minute Josh went through the middle, it's like that whole outside lane lost all momentum.
TJ about turned somebody. They all saved it. They kept it going. That was McFadden again. That was in the grass. Oh, Josh Vidal. Oh, this is going to get... Oh, my goodness. This is getting tight. I don't
know where to look.
Oh, there goes TJ. He's wrecking. And caution.
Saw that coming from a mile away.
I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at that. I'm just laughing over the voice control. Just set it over voice comms. That was just perfectly timed.
Was it PG?
It was GD is what it was. We'll watch this again, but we need to go see what happened in front straight away.
It looks like the 94 comes up a little bit. You saw the 71 just ride the line. Now, what do you mean on the front stretch with TJ?
Yep, TJ and McFadden. That was almost a wreck. Right here.
We'll just stay with it. Oh,
right
the
there.
checkup.
And that's what started the whole checkup.
And then TJ's gonna run the dotted line. He's gonna stay up there. So much for that faster pair.
Yep. My thoughts exactly.
Because once again, a lot of damage on the front end of that 71.
And he has a meatball, so that means he will be done for the day.
TJ had the meatball?
Yep, TJ got the meatball.
Wow.
And there was a Dowley that was in it too. They lost another hood today.
No, Dowdy wasn't in it. Dowdy was leading.
Or not Dowdy. 14, who lost a hood earlier.
Domer,
thank you. It was 9.
I think they found the one that was in the infield because it's back. Good news. It didn't hit a fan.
Yep.
Now I'm really curious to see how long this 71's going to sit on pit road.
Ooh. I wonder if he got the iRacing glitch because it's telling him he got too much damage. I wonder if he got the iRacing glitch that's been happening to people.
On TJ?
Uh-huh. That's what he says. iRacing's telling him he's got too much damage. And that was a glitch that was happening for a couple weeks.
Well, there was a hot fix earlier today. Don't know what it was on.
But AJ, we're going to have 7 laps to go on this restart.
Yes, we are. Thank you to all our beautiful sponsors that have been rolling on the bottom right-hand portion of your screen. Check them all out. Links are in the descriptions of the video. Whether you're on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, or Twitch, hit that like button, subscribe, follow. We've gained 5 people tonight alone on YouTube, and we're just 4 away from 600. Help us get there. If you got any friends that like racing and watching racing, share it out. More the merrier. But Mike, it has been a chaotic event tonight with a very nice 22 lap stretch of green flag racing that we had.
Yes, we have, AJ. Oh, wow. I was just looking at something on my phone real quick under yellow. The Pittsburgh Pirates fan got seriously injured after falling off the upper deck at PNC Park.
I remember that years ago happening, I think, at a Braves game.
I had the one...
Texas.
Yeah, it was the Texas one, because I remember that one.
Well, lights are off. We're going to go to green, like you said, Mike, with 7 to go. I don't think we're done.
I don't think we are either.
Now that we have 17 cars on the lead lap, looking at the 34 of Austin Dowdy on point. P2, Charles Robertson. Todd Ingersoll making his way back up to P3. Josh Vidal, P4. Len McNeese in 5th. Eric Talmadge in 6th. 7th, it's Daniel Krim. 8th, it's Twisted. 9th, Dalton Fredericks and Mark McFadden rounding out the top 10. Here we go. See how far we get. Pace car is off. And waiting for the Geico restart zone. There we go, green flag in the air. Dowdy with a really good restart. It looks like the 18 gave him a little bit of a buffer room. I wouldn't be surprised if that pass happens coming out of 2 here. Nate, no we don't. I took my night meds. I want to go to sleep.
Yeah. And 34 is going to get hung out again.
I don't think so. He's about to have help.
He's about to have help this time. Will Robertson come down to try to block the bottom? Oh, him and Vidal are going to scoot right down.
Daniel Krim to the outside. Nobody to help him. Has Twisted in the 8.
Coming down to 6 laps to go.
Letting everybody know after the conclusion of tonight's race, we'll try to get a word with our podium drivers if they are in the Discord. Dowdy, Robertson, your first 2. Then it's McNeese and Vidal.
Oh, that was almost contact there. 24. Ingersoll shot up to the 3rd lane by him. Oh, he's got turned.
And he got Krim.
Did he? No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
He got another white car.
He got Havens. 8th caution of the evening.
Yeah,
I swear it looked like Krim, so I apologize.
We've hit the over. But yeah, Ingersoll, it just came down.
Ingersoll trying to clear himself off the nose of Dalton Fredericks. That 24 has been squirrely all night long.
Well, he did a good job not hitting the inside wall. Did you see that?
Yeah, we did. We're going to take a look at it in a second.
That was impressive.
McFadden, major damage on that 64 Gatorade Camaro. But we're backing it up. On board with Todd Ingersoll. Comes down, tries to clear himself.
Woo! Look at him wheel that sucker.
Wow.
Impressive.
Well, the save was impressive. The caution wasn't.
No, it was not.
Alright. Where did my wife put that? Boy, I gotta tell you, we hit springtime. It's nice up here in Connecticut. Allergies are kicking my butt. Fast forward after reviewing this wreck, there was another. Did you see another wreck?
I did not. Let's just keep an eye on the pack then and see what happens. I don't think there was, but let's take a look. Okay, let's keep it rolling. Still nothing. Yeah, I don't see anything there. Unless they were catching up to the pace car, I guess. I don't know.
I can hear, well, we're waiting.
Uh-huh. I didn't see anything.
It was
Nate, if you
after
got a car... Nate, if you got a car number or anything, please let us know.
Okay, so the caution comes out right here.
I just... Okay.
That's where the caution comes.
Unless Ingersoll... I mean, let's see what the 3 and the 5, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, I'm confused on this one, Chief.
Chief. Sorry, we're trying to figure out what Nate's trying to tell us.
It was a while after the yellow came out. You cut to the replay right as the car was getting sideways. Huh. Well, we're gonna have 2 laps to go on this restart. This is gonna be a regulation green-white checkered here, folks.
Which, if you wanted chaotic, it's about to happen. Well, Joe, what's the car number then? We could show that real fast. There's the caution coming out. Oh, there it is.
Oh yeah. Wow, whoever that was a hell of a save.
That was the 8.
Sam Hall.
Yep.
Yeah,
Scott
nice save
Hall.
right there. Scott Hall, yep. Nice save.
I was expecting a wreck. Not just a get my brown pants moment. As you said, Mike, it's going to be a green-white checkered, not an attempt.
Uh-huh. This is going to be wild, folks. As Mike Joy would say, this is what these fans came and stayed for.
Here we go. Pace car is off. All we have to do is get around one time, and then it's an official race. As there it is, green flag in the air. Dowdy trying to push the 34. Vidal, don't do it. It might get called.
Yeah, it might get called as well.
Along with the 84.
Race control is aware of it. I don't know if there's going to be black flags or anything. So we'll have to see. We're racing, still racing.
Up front is not even where I'm worried. I'm worried about back here.
Everything's so disorganized now. It's just go with what you can, wherever the momentum's going to go. These guys behind him are going to have a huge run on these four guys side by side right here.
We'll have to talk to race control before we interview and give you the official results.
And here we come. We're coming to that white flag, sponsored by
the Wrestling with Nerds podcast. We have about another football field to go. White flag in the air.
Anything happens now, folks.
Robertson, Vidal.
Nobody's split out three wide yet. Oh, getting squirrely. Somebody got punted. Oh, hard hit.
That was Yandel.
Yandel, and they're wrecking again. Todd Ingersoll. They're still green. Todd Ingersoll, Scott Hall, and a few others.
But up front, the 18 of Robertson. Getting pushed by Dowdy. Dowdy underneath the double yellow line.
That's probably going to get called.
But Josh Vidal is going to win.
Wow, what a finish.
Let's hope that stands. Waiting on confirmation from race control on that restart. Back it up just a little bit further for you. That's the wrong one. Wow. What an absolute crazy finish. Dalton Fredericks actually comes home third. I don't see the 34 keeping his position.
Yeah, 34 did get black flagged.
Look at that. That's 5 wide.
Uh-huh. It is 5 wide.
There it is. Josh Vidal, your unofficial race winner. Waiting to hear confirmation from race control. Dalton Fredericks comes home third.
Looks like second place is going to be the 84.
Yeah, Len McKenna. McNeese, sorry.
Len McNeese, yeah. If that's what everything's gonna hold is status quo.
And with all that said and done, I think that gives Josh Vidal the points lead.
It very well could. What a race, though. What a race.
Yeah, what a way for it to end. Well, Josh is definitely burning it down like he's the winner.
Yep.
Have they come over race control?
Nothing has been said. So I think the top 3 is gonna stand, as far as I know.
I did message Joe to try to get a confirmation. And all that reverts back to a possible lane change before the start-finish line. Look at that. Your top 3 all under a 10th.
Gentlemen.
Hello.
Hi. Unofficial, Josh Vidal, Len McNeese, Dalton Fredericks. 1, 2, 3. Pending review. There were entirely too many cars to go after on that final restart. Many cars were out of line. We will be reviewing it.
Okay, so that means stick to the channel, everybody. I will post it on the Facebook page, the actual results and the points. But as of right now, it's Josh, Len, and Dalton, your unofficial top 3. Let's talk to P3 first. It's Dalton Fredericks. Hey, Dalton. AJ and Mike in the broadcast booth. Right now, we're getting unofficial results, but it looks like Sideways, you finish 3rd here this evening. What a race. Absolute wild race.
Yeah, no kidding.
But yeah, there's definitely a lot to go over tonight. I do not envy race control, but how was that 20 out there? It looked bad fast when you had the chance to get towards the front.
Oh yeah, it was really fast, able to get runs pretty good. The only thing that sucked was getting into my pit stall. One, because it was so early. I've never had that before because I've never qualified that bad before. I missed my Q lap by 4 seconds, which, oh well. But yeah, I think I blew my pit stall every time, which was great. But yeah, we still managed to make our way back towards the front, and what a finish. I don't know if I've ever finished sideways like that before. I could be wrong, but for all I know, I think that's a first for me. But yeah, that was a lot of fun there at the end. A lot of just guessing on where to go and hope it sticks.
Kind of what it looked like as you guys were 5 wide crossing the line.
Yeah, I think I would have gotten P2, but the 18 unfortunately came up a little bit too much and turned us there at the end. Glad we didn't flip, but I could definitely feel the rear end getting light.
Oof, yeah, that would have been very bad. We don't need another Austin Dillon.
Yeah, no. Let's try to keep the cars on the ground.
Well, dude, next week we're going to Legacy, Texas, 115 laps. You're leaving Talladega and the craziness hopefully behind. What are we expecting from the 20 team?
Hopefully another podium. That's pretty much the goal every week, and yeah, another strong run. Yeah, hopefully we can get this car in victory lane. That would be best, but yeah, podium at the least.
All right, brother. Well, with that being said, got any sponsors? Want to plug them?
No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I'd like to thank you guys at All-Star 15 TV for broadcasting these races. A lot of fun watching these back. Unfortunately, we had some of them longer, gross cautions, but it happens sometimes, unfortunately. But I want to thank JTZ Home Services for sponsoring the car, Fry Trucking, JVM Graphics, McConey Setup Shop, LLC, AC Cages, Sim Coaches. What else do we got? BMS, Wrestling with Nerds, Nerds Doing Nerd Things, Hard AF Seltzer, Drinkin Bros Auto Racing Group. Anyone else that I missed? Thank you guys for all you guys do, and everyone at HSR Phantom Racing. Great group of guys there. We did a lot of work together this race, especially towards the end. At least Krim and I, besides Josh going right through the middle of us, but we won't say anything about that. But no, Josh did a great job. Glad he got another win. But yeah, pretty good team effort today.
All right, pal. Thanks for coming and chat with us. You have a wonderful rest of your night, and we'll see you at Legacy, Texas next week.
See you.
All right, Mike, I'll give it to you. It's the race winner, Josh Vidal.
Josh Vidal, it's Mike and AJ in the booth. You got us?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, what a wild finish there at the end. Talk to me about your strategy all race long, and talk to me about the winning move that you made.
Strategy, dude. My strategy for this race went out the window the second I started it. I planned to just stay in the back the whole time, but as the race went on, I'm so happy I chose not to do that. Race winning move. I don't even know what the race winning move was. I thought I might have jumped the gun on that restart.
Well, you did make it. I was gonna say you did make it 3 wide through the middle there. That was pretty impressive there.
Yeah, but even then, I still feel like there was still some action to be played even after I did that. I'm not quite sure. I know that throughout the race, the second or third lane was usually faster or had runs. I'm not quite sure who was pushing me there at the end, because all I know is that they went like 4 or 5 wide and wrecked behind me. So I have no clue.
Well, as we put Talladega in the rearview mirror, and we're going to go focus on next week at Old Texas, the better Texas version. Give me your thoughts on how that 26 machine may do next week.
I've only raced there a handful of times. So with my previous experience, I'm thinking maybe tire saving. Probably not going to push as hard. Probably see what other people do. Probably see what my teammates do, and just go off of that.
And before we let you get out of here to celebrate this win, you have any sponsors you'd like to plug?
Of course. First and foremost, thanks to you guys at All-Star 15 for hosting this. I want to thank Krim again for making this paint job for me. JVM Graphics, Wrestling with Nerds, ACAR as a league, McConey Setups, GTS Concepts, and HSR Phantom Racing for helping me with setups and just other skills for whether it's this in NASCAR or in other leagues like sports car racing and stuff. They're always there to either lend me a hand or a setup or something. So yeah, thanks to you all.
Well, Josh, it was a blast to see you race here tonight and all season long. Congratulations on the win, and we will catch you next week from Texas.
Yep. Thank you, guys.
All right, Mike, take us home, pal.
Man, AJ, just absolute craziness here at Talladega tonight. We saw it all across the board. It lives up to what Talladega's built for, I'll tell you that much. And we got some great racing as well when we got green and everything, which is good to see. Looking forward to getting to Old Texas next week. Old Texas will be the fun Texas, which they should have never got rid of in the first place. But yeah, looking forward to getting there next week and having some fun in the Lone Star State.
Absolutely, everybody. That lobby opens up at 8:30. If you'd like to join us, we'll see you there under hosted. But yeah, your podium, Josh Vidal, Len McNeese, and Dalton Fredericks, your top 3. We'll catch you later. Have a nice, very nice rest of your week. And we'll see you Tuesday. Well, we won't see you Tuesday. Mr. Joe has a birthday next week, so they're Super Trofeo's having the week off. So the next race is Legacy, Texas. See you later, everybody.